Hello, ladies and jelly spoons. Welcome to Inside Mario Kart Mechanics, and this is episode 3. I'm going to now introduce you to Mario Brothers Circuit, which is the first race circuit track you're introduced to in Mario Kart World. And we're going to do like we did the last time. We're going to take you through a beginner normal lap, which is where you would find yourself at a beginner level, not knowing about any of things about grind rails, tricking, wall riding, or shortcuts. And then we're going to do the intermediate when you start to learn the game for the second lap. And then the third one, we're going to show you what can be, depending on your skill level when it comes to tricking, wall grinding, knowing the courses, the right kart meta, the right character meta. All of that matters. And it can get very complicated very, very quick. I would say find the combination that works for you best in the start, what you can handle, whether it's a bike or kart or car. It's true, not all karts and bikes are created equal, but neither are all players. And I've seen a slower meta combo actually win online against the world-renowned, record-breaking meta. So it all comes down to the racer, your area of combat, your particular area of combat. So we're going to jump into Mario Brothers Circuit, the first course you actually learn in Mario Kart World. We're going to do beginner, first lap, intermediate, second lap, and third lap. How I like to race it. That's just me, not nobody else, but it works for me. And I've won online numerous times using my skill level, even though there are people 10 times, 20 times, 30 times higher than my skill level, including the people who probably made the game, who know things none of us know. So I tell you what, welcome to Inside the Kart. I want you guys to be in the kart with me and enjoy the ride. And if you're new to Mario Kart World, take this and try to learn and adapt your strategies with it. I wish somebody had done these for me when I first started Mario Kart World. So I'll tell you what, kart is where we're called, kart is where we're going to put down, kart is where we're going. Welcome to Inside Mario Kart Mechanics. All right, welcome aboard. We're going to do solo race and a time trial. And like I said, this is for practice purposes and learning. When you use them in a race, it absolutely king. So let's take the beginner route at first. Let's take it nice and slow, and let's go. Oh, don't forget that boost on number 2, y'all. Just normal drifting around corners. Now, if you don't know about drift boosts, yes, you can take these at simple just cornering. So if you don't know how to drift, yeah, you can take it in simple driving, but the actual drift boost actually help. As you can see, you can take corners much easier, and you get a boost coming outside of the corners. Now we're going to take it up a notch to an intermediate, okay? So second round, intermediate, okay? Hug the rails on the inside for the quickest line. You can use the grind rail, jumping onto it. Now be careful when tricking, because it's so easy for you to trick off of this the wrong way and going onto the ground. And you can get knocked off the board just as simple. Also know that while you're on those rails, you also can get hit. Now you may see this over here. Always do a boost when you're jumping. Yeah. So you saw there's another level to this. Now, when you know that you learn about things like this. I would say stay on it to get some power. Jump off, use a turn. It helps you take all of that faster. And the rail. There are other ways to go too on the track while you're racing. You can wall ride over here, which will take you up here. And use your mushrooms to gain advantage. So that's 3 different ways to play this board. But as I always said, there is one thing to talk about it in practice. There's another thing to actually use this strategy. So we'll find out what strategy right now really works in an actual race. Like I said, rather than sing about it, I'd rather be about it. So we're going to go to single player. We're going to go against Grand Prix. We're going to pick our characters, which I always use Paulina and the Royal Roadster, but the Hot Rod, the Ribbit Riverster, and the B-Dasher all have the same meta. So just pick the one you choose the most. This is the first board. We're going to up it to 150 because I don't want to do mirror to confuse you. I want you to see the board as it was in that practice. And now you're going to see the actual strategy that I use to actually win the race. You guys ready? All right. Remember, on 2. Now, there's one thing I did not tell you about, which is life-saving in this game, and that's the rewind feature. It works on a blue shell. It doesn't work really well for red shells, but for a blue shell, it will save your life. Just navigating through these little guys. If they don't throw a blue shell, I'd be surprised. But do you see how far I am ahead of them? Just using my little strategies. Look how far I'm ahead of the computer right now. Almost a guaranteed win, which is why they would pull out a blue shell. Most of the time they will, but I don't see a blue shell right now, so we're actually pretty good. And look how far they are. There comes the blue shell, but the race is over. See how far I was ahead of them? These strategies that you learn will take you fathoms above the computer's AI, even though they will cheat to win. And I want to reiterate that. Yeah, I want to reiterate that. The computer will cheat to win. They will absolutely cheat to win. They're not ashamed. They don't hold it in low regard. They are some bastards when it comes to going against them. But the more distance you have on the pack of them as a whole will more than guarantee your victory every single last race. So as you saw, this strategy that I use the most actually works against the CPU. And believe it or not, it works against most racers when you're online. Now, another reason why you wanted to learn these little paths and different tricks in different ways is because most of the things aimed at you and fired at you, they are on a specific path. So if you're able to change your path from one to another to a change, you can escape red shells, you can escape blue shells. Like I said, with the rewind feature, you just hit rewind and it takes you back a few seconds. You do it as the shell is about to hit you. I'll cover that in another video. But changing your path and your trajectory all the time makes you harder to hit. They can't hit where you're not. I know that sounds like some Sun Tzu Art of War stuff, and it is. Meet your enemy I think it's meet your enemy where your enemy meets you where you're not, something like that. I read it like a long time ago. Anyways, be where they can't get you, and you have a better chance of not getting got. There it is. So as you saw it again in practice and in execution, how some of these strategies actually will advance you far ahead of the computer. Now, also taking to count that 20 coins also increases your rate of speed. So they will try to keep hitting you to keep your coins low so that you can't get that far away from them. But once you're ahead of them by that far, it's pretty much a done deal. Now, this strategy also works in knockout. If you're ahead of them by so far, they will shoot everything they have at you, blue shell after blue shell and lightning bolt, and they will pull everything else out of the woodwork for you. But if you are so far ahead of them that they can't catch up, you almost 100% will guarantee your victory all the time. Now, that doesn't work against people online, because people won't allow you to be that far ahead of them, because you have 24 different personalities thinking all across the board of throwing things, firing things, shooting things. And it's a fight to survive. And then some people squad up like me and Team Red Shell, where you have 2 or 3 or 4 of us on a track at a time. So that's literally a 4-time advantage over the normal people that are running by themselves. It's not, I know it's not cool, but I've been ganged up on online so many times where I'm like, yo, why is there like 12 sets of the same name? It's because they all from one console, or they all working together, and their entire purpose is to decide amongst them who's going to win, because you don't count. So if you're able to take them out, it's impossible, but it happens, and I've done it. But it's an awesome feeling as a Mario Karter that you're able to triumph through adversity in the most insane of circumstances. But that's Mario Kart World. So ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys next time on Inside the Mario Kart Mechanics. I love this. I love Mario Kart. I love Mario Kart World. You should too. It's a lesson. It's a new lesson at ultimate skill. And it pulls no punches. To the victor, go to spoils. To the loser, it's always next time. I'll see you next time.